Hi folks, Logan Lystico here with a few quick messages before the show starts. First of all, we're changing our name. So we will no longer be known as Striptease Podcast. From now on, we are Rippin' Strips. Secondly, myself and my good friend Casey Faye recently covered the SAG-AFTRA strikes. We went to Disney Studios and interviewed some picketers over there. It's pretty funny. Check it out at theyellowmike.com. Without further ado, enjoy the show.
All right, welcome everybody to the podcast that is currently maybe unnamed. We'll talk about that more later. I'm your host, Corn-Dog, with
L-Dawg.
And we are here to rip some strips.
Yeah. But first, how was your week, Cornell?
My week was fantastic. Thanks for checking in. I know we didn't record a podcast last week. Sorry, technical difficulties. I fucked up. I'm sorry.
You forgot, technically.
I said technical difficulties, and technically I forgot. And was at the grocery store and had other stuff lined up when I got the text like, hey, what time you coming over? And I was like, oh, shit. So I apologize to all you guys out there for not remembering. I have started using a calendar more, actually, because of that blunder, and I am deeply, deeply embarrassed. So I apologize for that. And so after that dark spot, my week turned out pretty good. I had my birthday on Wednesday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Turned 23 years old. Pretty excited. 2 years into drinking now.
I forgot you have a party tonight.
I do. Yeah. So
I'm really excited about it now that I remember.
Good.
I'm a mess since I returned from my trip because I've been to a million doctor's appointment. Well, 2. It seems like a lot.
Yeah. All right. So let's get into it. How is your jaw feeling?
Well, don't make me think about it. And now it hurts.
Oh, great. I'm sorry.
No, I'm kidding. No, that's fine. But it's always sore a little bit most of the time. I don't know. It's way better than it was a couple months ago.
Great. Well, that's good news.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I met a guy at the hospital who he's the guy that I would buy my CD of my x-rays from. So he's not a doctor, but he just works there. But he has TMJ issues too. And he was like, I've never met anyone else in real life who had that. And I was like, me neither. It's like the most frustrating thing. And I was like, are you doing exercises? He was like, I'm supposed to, but no. And I was like, oh man, well, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, yeah, I think the damage is done and this is just how it is. And it's like, I don't think so.
Oh man.
Do your exercises.
Oh, man, I'm so glad that you aren't such a defeatist like he is, man. That's sad. He's just like, I guess this is just my life now, my mouth life.
Yeah, I mean, I know how he feels. But
I bet. It's frustrating. You've been going to doctors and stuff and not getting any answers?
Still, because the x-rays were for my jaw. I also did chest x-rays because I just did a full body.
Yeah, why not?
Check out everything. But I went back partially for a pulmonary thing, the first appointment, just to check that for my lungs, because I used to smoke. And then yesterday I went just to the general practitioner so she could go over everything. But the whole reason I ever went to the hospital was for my jaw.
Right.
The jaw x-rays are not ready.
Oh.
I took them 2 weeks ago. It seems like 2 years ago.
Yeah, right. What the hell?
God.
So you're going to have to go back?
I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess I have to persist and make sure they don't forget about it, but I don't know who to call. Or when you call, the x-ray guy doesn't answer.
Right.
And the doctor doesn't answer, so
that sucks, man. I'm sorry. That's a bummer, Ruski. So
I guess they don't think it's an emergency.
Yeah, that's true.
Jeez.
That's true. Well, you got that going for you.
Or they're wrong in it.
Well, I guess they don't even care about the people working there who have the same disease. Same affliction. Disease is the wrong term. I'm sorry.
What is the definition of a disease? Does it have to be some kind of infection? Maybe that
No,
is a
an infection's
disease.
different than a disease.
Okay, how?
Eh,
I knew you didn't know.
But it is when you have a cut that gets infected. No one's like, "Oh wow, your cut is diseased."
Oh, yeah, good point. Not all infections are diseases, but are all diseases infections?
No, that's what I'm gonna go with.
Yeah, because is ALS a disease?
Yes.
I don't
All
know.
right.
Either. Yeah, maybe we should
All right. This
jump
is the,
out of this deep end of this pool over here.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like we're about to say something offensive. Is being a dwarf a disease? No, I'm kidding. I'll cut it out.
So beyond your medical afflictions, you also had a big trip that I want to hear about.
Yes, I met my birth family for the first time. It was incredible. I went to Nacogdoches, Texas,
Nacogdoches,
which is a small town in the middle of nowhere, sort of. It's like 2.5 or 3 hours away from Houston. It's like the nearest town.
So did you get
I
picked
guess
up
it's
in
kind of close
Houston?
to Shreveport, but I don't even know what's in Shreveport. What?
Shreveport, Louisiana.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like way eastern side.
Yeah. East Texas.
So did you fly into Houston and get picked up?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and I stayed in Nacogdoches. I guess my family all live around there, and maybe one of them lives in the city. But Nacogdoches is like a big, or it's a college town because Stephen F. Austin is there. Yeah, so it's, for such a small town, it's thriving. And it's like pretty lush over there. Not as much, it's more lush than it was where I grew up in Dallas.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's pretty.
It's very pretty. I saw, maybe I'll add video to this later. I saw water moccasins. I know that's not what you want to see.
Yeah.
But they're like snakes that swim in the water and they peek their head above water.
And they're like poisonous, right?
Yeah, but I was just walking on a trail actually this trail was closed for flood damage, but I walked it anyway.
Oh, whoa.
Because maybe they left those signs up. I don't know, because it seemed fine. But there was like a puddle. There was like a little pond, or I don't know what you would call it, but it was a kind of a basin down there, and there was a deep part that had like it was like a puddle, but I saw something swimming in there, and I was like, whoa, there's like fish trapped in there, because it looked like it was like a creek that dried up, and that little pool is still there. And there was like more than one. There's like at least two, maybe more. And as I looked closer, they were slithering sort of like a fish, but I was like, oh shit, those are snakes, plural. And I've never seen one of those.
Creepy.
Yeah, but I was like, luckily far enough away to where it's like, they can't get me, but I can see them. And they didn't leave the water. I don't know if they can or how that works.
I have no idea.
But it looked like they were stuck, and they were all just constantly slithering back and forth.
Yeah. Wow. Well, we wanted to hear about your birth family. We immediately went to snakes in the water. So, but
yeah, I'm not sure how much.
Well, you don't have to.
No, I don't know. Yeah. I didn't ask them permission to talk about them.
Nacogdoches?
Nacogdoches, yeah.
Is it more, because since it's so far east like Louisiana, it's not like the desert I think of, like Cowboy Town, like I think of it Texas, right?
Right, it's
swamps?
I guess more like Louisiana, but it's not swamps.
No gators?
I looked it up and it said it's subtropical. And there was a pond. We went and visited the Caddo. There's a Native American tribe called the Caddo, Caddo. And we visited the Caddo Mounds, which was really cool. Wait, where was I going? Oh, yeah, but there was a pond in that area.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a little story about that. So we go to this thing. It's out in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah.
the Caddo Mounds.
Yeah.
Because when I got there, my family was like, I mean, they had a few things to do, but they were also like, well, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
And I was just like, I don't know. I mean, must have just read a brochure or something. I was like, I don't know. We could check out those Caddo Mounds. Those are like close by. That's something we can do together. You know, all ages. Because my sister has little kids and stuff.
Oh, cool.
But I was just throwing something out there. And then like 2 days later, they're like, okay, we've scheduled a trip for the Caddo Mounds. It's like, oh, I hope it's not just like some mound. And it was also 30 minutes away or something. I thought it was right on the same street I was on. But we went out there. It was actually cool. They had a little visitors area. We watched a little documentary, and then we drove like a golf cart around.
Ooh, that's
We saw
fun.
like this, not a teepee, but it was like a hut that they, represented how they used to, the Caddos used to make them. So first story is, as we were exploring, we went off the trail because there was like a pond, and we just kind of wanted to see, take a little nature walk.
Yeah. So you're off trail. You're like
off
not
trail,
on,
and
okay.
there was a sign somewhere that said there were alligators in that pond,
Whoa.
but I didn't see any.
Oh.
But when we started walking on that trail, we did hear something huge, and apparently there's a bunch of wild pigs in that area.
Whoa,
Which is
cool.
wild. But we didn't see those either, but we heard them.
Yeah,
Or-
those
or
could
a
be
bear.
dangerous, right?
Yeah, I guess. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew they had tucks, but I figured they would scurry away.
I don't know.
They heard you, but I don't know.
Probably, but yeah.
But so this thing's in the middle of nowhere. I mean, the Caddo mounds are even more out there than Nacogdoches.
Yeah.
There's zero cell phone signal.
Whoa.
The visitor center is being built, but until that's finished, the current visitor center is like in a trailer. But it's cool. I mean, they have like a gift shop. They have everything there. But guess what they had sitting on the shelf in that trailer?
Charleston Chews.
An Emmy award.
What? For what?
Because some guy made a documentary about the Caddo Indians, and it aired on PBS
way.
and won an Emmy.
No way.
So I leave LA, I go out, couldn't be more in the middle of nowhere, and there's just an Emmy sitting on a shelf. It's like,
Wow.
I want one.
Wow. So wait, but what were the mounds exactly?
Over years, I guess they buried their chiefs and like high-ranking people
Just
in
on
the
top
same
of each
mound.
other?
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, it wasn't all. It's interesting to learn about, but not every Native American tribe. I mean, that's not a desirable way to live. Their hut, I don't know. It didn't seem that cool.
It didn't seem like a
To
nice
me.
hut. You would have rather been a part of a different
it
tribe.
was a hut. No, I'm just saying. I thought it was cool.
It's okay if you thought maybe other tribes did it better. If you had to pick which tribe you wanted to be a part of back when they were still able to have their native land and weren't pushed out and murdered by all the
exactly.
Europeans, imperial.
Yeah, just for me to come around and criticize them.
But I think
And the Europeans used the highways basically that the natives had already figured out.
right.
So it's like they're basically building, directly on top of like all the networks and everything that the natives already kind of figured out.
Right. I mean, I think if you're thinking Native American, you're probably, or Native, yeah, I guess still American. South America counts. You got to think like Mayan or Aztec would probably be close to the top, don't you think? Of where you'd want to be. Maybe a California one. Maybe like, I know in
Yeah,
Humboldt.
because of the nice weather.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think that goes into what we know about, because I know about the Caddo now, and I know about the Cherokee,
Sure.
and I know about the Mayans. And yeah, they seemed like they had it figured out the most, but until
They
you
did.
get sacrificed.
Right. Right. Right, but I mean, what's the lifespan anyway? I mean, if the Europeans are pretty dirty and disgusting, I think if you're like, if you're English and you're coming over to America, you're filthy, you have dysentery, you're eating your pig's shit or whatever the fuck they were doing. Native American, I'd take my chances being that over disgusting European filled with diseases.
Yeah, but then those filthy Europeans would kill you. You made the wrong
Right.
choice.
Right. Well, if I'm picking when I'm going to be Native American too, it's very, very pre-Europeans coming over. So, okay. So they had mounds just where they buried people on top of each other. And so a lot of
But
them
it was
died.
cool because they had more going on there,
Yeah.
and you
but
learned about it and stuff.
how high were the mounds?
They were pretty low, but that's the thing is I was like, oh, these are going to be so lame because they're like they're just hills. But that also kind of is what's kind of interesting about them is they are kind of inconspicuous, but you are looking at a big burial site, like a big and you know there's bodies in there and over from going back generations.
Yeah,
it's kind of freaky.
Are they still doing it? No.
No, there's only a few caddos that even know how to do the original kind of pottery and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's kind of good for them. I mean, because their work has like really high value.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So, but the trip was good. The family was cool. It was really nice to meet them. They're nice people, good people.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my dad... Actually, my uncle.
We're talking blood.
I don't know who my birth dad is, but I met my mom's side of the family. My uncle is a auctioneer in Texas, and he's a showman, man. He's like when I met him, he busted out of like a room wearing like a kilt. It was like, Logan, finally. And I was like, nice to meet you. And I was like, as I was saying nice to meet you, he was like planting a big kiss on my face.
Yes. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, he's a blast. And he does, I don't want to pretend to do it, but you know, he was like, oh, 100. I see.
Yeah.
He does it really well though. And
he
he's
showed
got
you
stories.
He gave an example?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
And he gave me my best, souvenir, which they had to mail to me.
Oh man, I can't even wait. That was awesome. Look at the brute strength Logan has. Holy mackerel.
Yeah, because I couldn't take this on the... Jeez, they really sealed this.
Oh my God. Oh my, what is in there? It's going to be a pencil that says Coma Mounds or whatever. Whoa!
And it's, wait, what is that called? Damascus steel.
Holy, oh, cool. And it's got like the waves on it. It looks like wood grain on the blade.
That's what Damascus steel is.
I know.
This is just a regular one. I guess because we were somewhere, you know what? Honestly, we were actually at my sister's friend's.
That is cool.
Store. And she had all these cool shirts, but they were all silky. No man wants to wear a silky shirt.
I do.
No, dude. You want to show off your nipples?
Yeah, that's my best.
Stupid. Why do they even make those golf shirts that are silky? I hate that shit. But her store was filled with cool-looking shirts with cool patterns, but they were all that silky texture.
But did you get...
So to be nice, again, it just comes from me throwing stuff out there. I'm just like, maybe I'll buy a knife. Oh, no, but I can't travel with a knife. Forget it. So I guess by the time I went to my uncle's, my sister had told him I wanted a knife. But shit, I'm happy. I kind of do. I kind of don't.
Knife. You got two knives here.
Yeah, this is more like a... This is cool.
Now,
I guess I never really looked at it.
Damascus. How smart is that?
I mean, I don't want to hate on this one, but it's more like your average switchblade, which is useful. That's the one I will use.
Yeah, that's one you actually use. Nice. I'm sure Texas is big.
But I'm definitely going to take this next time I work with Aaron Inslee, the foreman at the art shop. I'm definitely taking this. And I'm gonna
stab him with it.
I got this. I'll cut the box open. Whatever it is. It'll be something stupid.
That is awesome. Wow. Yeah. I love this uncle already. A kilt, an auctioneer, and he got you a Damascus steel knife.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool, man. That's great. I'm so happy.
They're all cool. The guy my mom's married to is super nice.
Yeah. I mean, how long have we known each other? 20 years?
Yeah, it seems like maybe 2000. Oh, it was 2007.
2007. So that's
almost 20 years.
Almost 20 years. 16 years I've known you. And this has all happened like within the last year. You got in touch with your birth family. It's so cool that not only did it happen, but that they're so cool and so nice.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's a trip too. It's hard to explain to people. I don't know anyone other than my adopted brother who doesn't know anyone they're blood related to. So it's hard to explain, but
Right.
seeing people who look like you for the first time is a trip.
Do they look like you?
My uncle, his head shape is like mine because I look in the mirror every day. So I was like, whoa, that's weird. And yeah, they all kind of look like me, but I never really thought about or looked at him in a picture. So that he was new to me. So I was used to my mom and my sister.
Right. Right.
Like I already had a bunch of video calls with them and all that stuff. Man. And they're models. They used to be models anyway.
Whoa.
So, it runs in the family.
Yeah, absolutely.
The good looks.
I'm going to fly to Nacogdoches myself. I also like the name Nacogdoches.
Nacogdoches with a C. And it's...
Nacogdoches. Still like it.
The first town in Texas, supposedly.
Ever,
like in 1775 or something, like before the U.S. or maybe the same, sometime around there, 1778, something like that.
Whoa, what? But wasn't Texas even part of the America then?
So Texas, our big thing is we've had Six Flags over us. That's where Six Flags, the theme park, came from.
From Texas?
Yeah, because... I think France, Spain, England, Texas had its own flag.
They got all
no, I'm just saying, listing all the flags.
Their own Looney Tunes. France brought Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah, but Nacogdoches had 9 flags over it because they're, because it's even older than the idea of Texas.
What? Wait, why does Texas have 6 flags? Can you explain this to me again? Sorry.
Okay, when Europe colonized America, like first France had... Canada. Actually, I don't know the order.
France had Canada.
Well, somehow it had Texas too or something. Maybe I'm throwing France in there.
Spain?
I know Spain definitely did. Mexico definitely did. The Confederacy definitely did. The United States definitely did. I guess Texas was its own country. Maybe that counts. And then what's the other one? France?
Yeah.
I'm just making that up.
Louisiana.
Before the Louisiana Purchase, they did.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's all it means,
We
though.
figured that out.
Yeah, the same area had all those rulers from all those different...
Right.
Whatever.
But Nacogdoches
had
9.
3 more, but I don't remember what they were.
So they're just making up countries at that point.
Maybe.
Yeah. Wow. Cool. I mean, I'm sure it wasn't like Indonesia.
I don't know.
Myanmar, Albania. Who knows? 3 other flags. So is there a 9 flags amusement park there?
No, but there's this interesting water park there.
Really?
Yeah, but you know what? I have such fun memories of going to water parks as a kid, but have you ever been to one as an adult?
Yes.
Oh, but you got a kid, so maybe that's fun, I guess. But me and Jesse went to Hurricane Harbor one year.
Yeah.
For nostalgia, we were just like, oh, yeah, remember water parks? Let's go get stoned and go to one.
Yeah.
But it's just full of kids and kids' piss.
It's
horrible.
What was the bad side?
Oh, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of kids' piss in the pools. I actually, when I went to a water park with Toby, she was very young, still in diapers. And so I didn't get to go on any of the slides. It was just me. It's for a friend's birthday. They got a cabana. And
ooh, fancy.
Yeah, it was. And we went down we all we could do was, instead of going on the slides, all we could do was go to the they had like a little play structure in the middle of it for really young kids that had sprinklers going off all over it and stuff like that. So I was just kind of hanging out with Toby on that. It was still fine. You're talking about Kid Piss Central. It was there. Okay. Everyone's it's like that's where the toddlers go.
Oh, yeah.
And
ugh.
And I remember I put Toby to go down the slide, and sit her down to go down the slide, and a single turd floats out of her diaper.
Dude, don't tell her dirty laundry stories, literally.
She's like 2. She's in a diaper. What? She didn't know. I didn't know. And then
it wasn't Toby. This is a fictional story.
This is a fictional story of someone else. Yeah, exactly. I was babysitting, and I took him to Hurricane Harbor. So she pooped down the slide at the Six Flags Hurricane Harbor, and I picked her up and went and changed her diaper. Didn't tell anybody. No one was the wiser, and everything worked out just fine. It wasn't a full turd.
That was probably the
nugget.
Same day me and Jesse were there.
Yeah, but I hope you weren't in the playground area.
Dude, we were. That was the most fun place. No, we waited. Well, that's the thing, too, is we waited for all the badass adult slides, but they're still just kids. There's no adults there that aren't just with kids.
Were the slides fun?
Yeah, I mean, they're still fun, but...
Yeah,
I want a Dave & Buster's for water slides.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You can gamble while you're on your way up there, you know.
Oh my
Maybe there's some slots in the line.
Oh my God, I love this, Logan.
Yeah.
Holy shit, get you on Shark Tank ASAP.
Hell yeah.
That's really good.
Or Dragon's Lair.
What's that? Is that a Shark Tank show?
That was the original one in Canada.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a way worse title.
Dragons.
I always suspected that because I think it's the Bald Guy's show, and always Mr. Wonderful or whatever.
Oh.
I always suspected that they named it the Dragon's Lair, keeping the better title in their back pocket because his goal was to get in America.
Yeah,
that's what I'm going with.
That makes a lot of sense. Now you're thinking like an entrepreneur, Logan. I like that.
Yeah,
that's impressive. Well, I'm glad your trip went great. I think we should now address we're thinking of changing the name of the cast, right?
Yeah, and I would say let's put a poll up, but we say stuff like that every episode and never do it, or even if we do, no one's going to vote. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's because we have the wrong title. That's our problem, and we're feeling a little defeatist right now. So why don't you write into us, make us feel better. But yeah, we're thinking of changing it from striptease because it seems a little sexual in nature. It's hard to find when you search for it anywhere because they're not going to prioritize striptease. And you might find some links that are not comic strip related if you Google that.
Surprisingly, yeah.
So that is why Logan has, in his genius entrepreneur brain, has come up with a new title and throwing it up here. Throwing it up here on the screen. Excuse me, I just burped.
Actually, you're the one that came up with that.
If you've never burped before. I came up with that?
Yeah. You said that one day when I was like, what should we say when we go into the comic strips? You're like, let's rip some strips.
Oh.
And then last episode, I just kind of threw that out there because you had said it. Oh. And I was like, that's all I can think of.
Wow.
It's kind of a unique title.
Look at me go.
I guess we both did because you said, let's rip. Well, maybe I have to watch it again. I don't know. Before I give you all the credit.
I like it. I'll take as much credit as I can get. I was not going to give any of it.
And I just drew that with a Sharpie, and it looks fucking awesome.
Did you really?
I just did that this morning.
It looks really good.
Yeah, the Photoshop worked better than I thought it would, like keying out the white, I guess.
You're good at that. You got good penmanship. That's what it is. That's this.
Well, I grew up drawing and painting, and so that's like a calligraphy thing.
What was your comic strip guy's name? Didn't you have
Igmo?
Igmo, that's right. Igmo. We got to get some Igmo on this show. Okay, should we do Ripley's Believe It or Not?
Yes, we should.
Some unbelievable facts for you guys. Let's go to, you know what? Since it was my birthday on Wednesday, I think we should do the one for my birthday. I don't know if it's going to be good or not. I'm kind of doing this on the fly, but let's see. We can judge it based on my birthday.
And whether you believe it or not, these are true.
All right, I'm going with Another Day because that was sucked.
Well, while Cornell's searching for that, let's talk about the strike.
Okay.
because
let's get into it.
CNBC article came out about Bob Iger and how he's running Disney, and you guys should just you can probably Google those words, Bob Iger, CNBC.
Yeah.
It's a mess over there. He has ruined that company, and it's people like him that are losing Hollywood money. It's not the actors. It's not the writers. And the big story this week is Disney pulled ESPN off of cable to renegotiate and try to price gouge the cable companies. And
really?
Yeah, because they're trying to find places to get money from because they are required by law because of some deal they struck a long time ago. They have to buy the remaining percentage of Hulu, which is going to cost them like $11 billion or something. I don't have all these numbers exactly right or memorized, but they need to get capital for that. They have capital, but it's like exactly the right amount. So it's like selling all of your assets to like buy, but they have to make the purchase. Their stock is tanking, and Iger is. Wait, what was I saying? So
he's ruining the company. CNBC article. Hulu.
So he's got to buy Hulu. So they're trying to scrounge up pennies out of the couch. And
right.
One of his
the ESPN thing you're talking
one of his ideas is to try to price gouge the cable companies and the cable customers, and this is making things worse for them because they just pissed off a bunch of college football fans. And when you tune into ESPN, it literally just says Disney has decided to try to renegotiate, this channel.
Really?
So it's literally like trash talking Disney. That's what you see.
No shit.
So
that's crazy.
So this fucking guy, and he's been the most vocal against the union.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I can't say F them and F Bob Iger, but I really want to.
Why not?
Well, I don't know. We're still negotiating and stuff. Not that I'm part of it.
Yeah, they're gonna. He's gonna.
Well, I still want to need to work in the industry and stuff and work for Disney at some point.
Of course,
but
of course,
decisions like the ones that he makes are the reason they lose money. It's not the actors and the writers at all.
Of course. Right. Well, yeah, because the people like him are the ones who are being greedy and stuffing money into their pockets hand over fist and just improving the stock value over paying people a living wage, just like every other big corporation in our country.
And he's more concerned with the outward appearance. You need to be concerned with all of it, but he seems to operate on what people think of and how things look now. But he needs to focus on numbers and, stuff like that.
Yeah. Numbers
anyway,
seems like it's important
the CNBC
for a guy like him.
What's up?
I said numbers seem like a thing that would be important for a guy like him in his position.
No, he's making a huge salary no matter what he does, but for his personal gain. But he hired Bob Chapek and then replaced Bob Chapek. That whole story is covered on a big CNBC expose. So check that out. It's online, I think. Anyway,
interesting.
That was just a little thing to talk to, and we're still on strike. And support us out there in internet land, please. We're fighting against AI, and even if you're a YouTuber or something, I mean, this stuff matters. If you want to go into being a voice artist or an actor or anything or writer.
All right, here we go. Ripley's Believe It or Not. Here we go. Here's the first fact. Wave Asian. If you don't know, by the way, Ripley's Believe It or Not, it's a comic strip as well as a wonderful museum in Hollywood and New York and a TV show. They also have a comic strip, and they have 3 wonderful facts. And so I read one every episode. So let's start with number 1. Wave Asian Bistro and Sushi in Mount Dora, Florida. Shout out to all my fans in Mount Dora and all the Logan haters in Mount Dora, too. I know you're plentiful out there. Can turn sushi into just about anything, including other foods and cartoon characters. That was a shit fact.
That was an ad.
I know. They have a drawing of like a pulled...
Ripley sold out, but that's okay. Maybe the other 2 facts are real facts.
They do have a drawing of a piece of pizza, which actually looks pretty bomb. It's like a sushi roll crust, and then like seaweed on the bottom, then rice, and then toppings on top of that. I would eat that.
Yeah, those do look kind of good.
And then the burger, and then I think that's supposed to be a copyright-free Baby Yoda.
Right. Yeah. So what's up with your nails, by the way? I just noticed.
Oh yeah, I got my nails done.
Sorry,
I got my nails did for with my daughter, Toby, the one I talked about earlier, pooping in the playground. That was a long time ago. She's grown and learned a lot, and she didn't poop in the nail salon one time. So me, her, and my girlfriend went and we got our nails done. I had to pretty much follow through on a promise, and I did that. And got 4 nails painted. Pretty cool design I picked out myself, I like to think. And got my toes done too. I'll let Toby pick that color. So I got some hot pink toenails as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Promise, translation, you lost a bet?
No.
Oh, okay.
Translation, they had to follow through on their promise to me because I go every week, and I finally brought them along with me.
There you go.
All right. Fact number 2. Let's see. The California grunion, a marine fish species, lays its eggs on the beaches of Southern California and northern Baja California, completely out of water.
And, oh, cool.
That's pretty cool. They're in the ocean? How the hell do they do that?
The same way a mud skipper does, I would say. Or a
But
lungfish.
mud skippers are in mud. That seems a lot easier and a lot calmer than the freaking ocean, man.
That's true.
And I like the name.
I would think they must live in tide pools.
Maybe that makes more sense. Okay, well, we cracked that one. Now that we know, not that impressive of a fact. But this last one looks cool because it's about an octopus, which is always good. Octopi are some of the coolest creatures on Earth, I would say.
Yeah, I agree.
There's a part of their. Do you know there's a part of their DNA that we still can't trace back to evolution?
Yes, because you told me that. And Jesse, remember?
Of course I remember.
Jesse told me the same thing, but he said it in a way where it was like...
I do remember this now.
Yeah. Dude, octopuses, they don't know where they came from. Like, that's all he said. It's like, what?
Yeah. No.
He's like, they're related to no other animal. I was like, well, they're related to snails and squids and cuttlefish and...
Yeah, you got to think there's somewhat of a connection between them and squids and cuttlefish. Very similar appearance.
Yeah.
But, okay. That wasn't the great fact. That was just my own fact, which I clearly shared too many times to Logan. In response to changes in their environment, octopuses can edit genetic information to quickly resculpt their brains.
Well, that just answered the mystery.
What mystery?
There's a sequence in their DNA that no one knows where it came from, and then this fact is that they can change their DNA.
To quickly resculpt their brains.
That's freaky. What does that even mean? Reshape or just like, whoa.
Resculpt in response to changes in their environment. I don't know. Maybe make their brain work different.
Or maybe make it skinnier so they can slip through cracks and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Sculpt.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Like,
that's all it says, I bet.
That's all it says, yes. Like Patrick Swayze and Ghost. They got their brain on a little potter's wheel.
Yeah, exactly. What song played during that?
I don't know. I was going to sing My Heart Goes On, but I know it's not that. Celine Dion song.
I told my family I just met that I want to throw a big bash here for my 40th. And I kind of want to hire a mariachi band because I think that'd be really fun.
I think that's a wonderful idea.
And then my aunt was like, well, what are they going to play? I was like, well, na, 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 na. That's the only one song I know. Na, 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 na. I don't even know what song that is.
Oh, I was going to say Hava Nagila. Yeah.
Mamacita.
Oh, my gosh.
Is that a Spanish song even? Or is it?
Yes,
There's
it
that,
is.
and there's a Mexican. They have to play the Mexican hat dance, but
Definitely.
other than that, I don't know.
Just let them
It just
freestyle.
seems yeah.
Just let them jam.
Well, I had the idea when I used to work that marketing job. I would go to these Spanish parts of town, and one time I was at this like bazaar, but it was like a mall-sized bazaar with like all different kinds of shops. And there was this band playing just at a restaurant, and they fucking rocked.
That's cool.
But I don't know what song they were playing.
I think there's a restaurant in Boyle Heights that's like a mariachi restaurant, and there's just a bunch of mariachi bands all around it, which seems really cool. But I don't know.
I'm sure I could probably find one who could play for an hour or two for kind of cheap.
Definitely.
I would
Definitely.
think.
Yeah, I definitely think you're correct there.
And I'm thinking I would have them like in the middle of the courtyard, just like at an early hour, because that's not like a late night thing, and it's loud.
Yeah.
Just to like open up the party.
I think that's great. When is your 40th?
Then have a metal band close out the party.
That is great. I love that. When is your
Shit,
40th?
I could do that. It's next year, February 25th.
Woo-wee, we better start planning.
Yeah.
It's a big one.
Yeah. I'm already telling people I'm 40.
Really?
You're going to start doing that.
No way.
No, I said no way too, but it's like, how old are you? I don't know. You just
40.
40. Oh, damn it. I'm not 40 yet. I got to hold on to my 30s until.
Yeah.
But I kind of don't care that much.
It doesn't really matter.
No.
I kind of am looking for, I wish I was 65 already.
Really?
A part
Retired?
of me does. What?
I don't know.
Doing stand-up, getting drink tickets. I've amassed enough drink tickets doing stand-up that now I can finally stop working and get free drinks the rest of my life. No, I just want to be, if you're like 75, you're like, dang, I did it. I lived a good life. That's nice.
Yeah, but it sounds like you're already satisfied. You're ready to go.
Not that I want to die now, but I was just like, that seems really nice. More so than being like, oh, wish I was 20.
Oh, yeah, I don't wish I was, well, the pandemic kind of erased some years, I do feel like, for everybody.
Definitely.
But other than that, yeah, I don't really need to live all that shit over again.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was our 36. I thought 36 was going to be the best year of my life. Thought I was going to figure everything out.
Dude, right before everything literally closed down, I was like, I didn't get that job. That probably had nothing to do with the the pandemic, but I was up for a job at Fox, and I had like 3 live gigs lined up, and it was like thousands of dollars worth of income.
Of course.
And it all got wiped away instantly.
And that was our Chinese birth year. That was the year of the rat. You're 84, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the year of the rat. And that was like, it comes every 12 years. So 36, it's been a long time. It's been 12 years since we've had our year of the rat. And I was like, oh, shit. Finally, everything's going to line up. It's my Chinese year. And
wait, we're rats?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I don't like that.
I think it means good stuff if I remember the Chinese food menus, Chinese restaurant menus.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
They serve rat?
No, sorry, not menu. I meant placemat. That paper, the paper placemat they put the plate on had the Chinese. It had all the years for like the Chinese astrological calendar or whatever, Chinese zodiac. I don't know exactly what they call it, but what year was what animal, and then what that meant about you.
Man, all that shit's bullshit. Whether it's astrology.
Everything that's Chinese?
No. Everything astrology based has to do with like, oh, you were born at this time of year and this year, therefore you're going to be like this. Everything, like if Pisces, that's astrology, right? Pisces or whatever. Each one describes like all these positive things, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm creative. I'm social. I don't know. They're so vague.
Wow, what a Pisces thing to say. Am I right, folks? I
am Pisces, I think.
I figured you were because it's the only one you could name out of all the astrological signs. Pisces and whatever. I am a Virgo. I'm a woman. I have very feminine energy. I don't know if you could tell that.
Is that what Virgo is?
A Virgo's a woman. Pisces is what, a fish?
So what? Oh, what?
Libra.
I thought they were all animals.
Libra is scales.
Oh. So it's way off.
Leo's a lion. Gemini's a scorpion. No, Scorpio's a scorpion.
Makes sense.
Yeah, no, they're not all animals. But the Chinese version is. And we're rats. And I don't know. I was like, every 12 years, maybe this is going to mean something. This is going to be my year. I'm going to rock it. 36. This has always been a favorite number of mine because I loved Wu-Tang growing up, and they have Enter the 36 Chambers. It's like their first album. So I always thought 36 was a cool number. And that's how old I was. And turns out all that was baloney. It was the worst year ever.
Bummer.
How do you feel, sidebar, but speaking of 311, made me think of it, about the lead singer of Smash Mouth passing?
It is sad. I like those classic hits they had, but I saw a guy talking about, I didn't know, I guess he was had alcoholism pretty bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the past few years he's been, maybe even longer. Maybe in the past few years he's been in hospice, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that.
Or he died in hospice. That's all I do know.
Oh. Whoa.
But when he was still performing more recently, I mean, he was just always wasted on stage. And they showed footage of him, and the band is like on point, and he's just going, ah!
Oh, no.
It's like going all around
Oh,
but the band's
bummer.
still like, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Somebody, fuck you. Don't take picture me.
You know what's funny, actually? I mean, first off, rest in peace to him, Jimmy. I don't remember his last name. I think his first name's Jimmy, but I might be thinking of Jimmy Buffett. Might have been Steve. Anyway, rest in peace to the lead singer of Smash Mouth. He did have one of the coolest, thinnest soul patches into beard looks that was just off the hook. And so I loved that about him. I saw him in concert one time. I think I was still in high school. I think maybe senior year of high school. He came up to Humboldt State, the college where I'm from, and played. And I remember, I'll never forget, because my friend Tyler went with me, and I think some other friends. And Smash Mouth played, and I remember at one point the lead singer goes, "All right, everybody stand up." And I stood up, and my friend stood up, and my friend Tyler just stayed sitting. And the bassist or the guitarist, or maybe it was the lead singer even, I don't remember, it was so long ago, pointed at my friend Tyler. He just went like, pointed, and then he flipped him off. And that was one of my greatest memories of Smash Mouth. And honestly, a weird thing about me is that for some reason, this year, I was driving home and it came on the radio, All Star by Smash Mouth came on the radio, and it just hit me deeply, like 100% genuinely. Like I was like,
Thanks,
really
I needed to hear that. I'm an all-star.
I don't know. I was just listening to it and listening to the lyrics, and it was just like, yeah, this is a really encouraging song, and it's all about, stopping, not letting the bullshit keep you down type of thing. And it just like, it was like an emotional moment for me in that second.
Yeah, they're positive songs. What was the other one?
Might as well be walking on the sun.
Yeah.
Which is another. And then Why Can't We Be Friends? A cover of War's greatest song.
Yeah.
or not War's greatest song, but a cover of War, one of my favorite bands. So rest in peace, big fan, and genuine big fan. I know they were kind of a joke, which probably was what led to him being an alcoholic, because people were kind of like shitting on them, but they're good. They were solid as hell.
I don't really remember them being shit on, but I mean, they were oversaturated when Shrek came out, I guess.
Yeah.
I could see people getting annoyed, but
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
Oh, nice Tweety Bird watch.
Thank you.
You keep looking at, you impatient guy.
I just got stuff to do. So many balls moving. I'm just such a...
Your balls are moving?
My balls are...
Dude, I looked right at your crutch and your balls like way sticking out. Right when I said that. Sorry.
Okay, well...
It's probably all it... Oh, nice. Mine isn't.
Nope. I've never seen...
Because they're tiny. They're like peas.
Well, on that note, should we do our comic strips?
Let's do it.
I got to get out of here and change.
Let's
rip some strips. Yeah, we never really addressed it, but I guess we kind of did. I think I like the name, Rippin' Strips. Let us know if someone for whatever reason wants to contact us for the first time ever.
Yeah.
And let us know they hate it. They want us to keep it with striptease. If you, for whatever reason, have strong feelings about it, let us know. Otherwise, I think we should do it, bro. It looks good. Rippin' Strips.
Yeah, and there's nothing. I guess maybe I should triple check, but I don't think there's anything called that. That's important, I guess. Because another thing was there is a striptease podcast.
Right.
It wasn't on, but we checked. It wasn't on iTunes, but it's on YouTube.
Right, and it's teas like the drink tea, like TEAS, which is...
Oh, I didn't understand that.
Like
but
they're
now I
spilling
get it.
tea about the stripping industry.
Right.
You know, sipping tea. Spilling.
It seems like they only did 1 or 2 episodes and gave up, but still, it's like over hours in the search.
Yeah,
result.
but if a stripper is gonna come back, if they're gonna come back and do one podcast, they're gonna blow by us in a rocket ship.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so last podcast, Logan won with an incredible Wizard of Id comic strip. So today, I believe you shall go first, reading your Wizard of Id. Wizard of Id.
All right. No, I don't want to do this one anymore because this is the one you saw.
Yeah, I did. I was looking. I forgot who won or what Logan won with, so I was looking at strips, and I did find a really funny Wizard of Id. And now Logan might read it or no?
I surprised you. I switched it up.
Okay.
All right. So there's a guy flying on a magic carpet, and his buddy's flying on like a small carpet. He's like sitting on it like a chair.
Uh-huh.
It's like tiny. And he says, he's going, woohoo! And the wizard sitting on the magic carpet's telling his friend he couldn't afford a magic carpet, so I sold him a magic shower mat.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like that. Not as good as the one I found, but I ruined that one for you. Okay, I'm bringing in this week Heathcliff, the great, one of the best cat comics out there. One of the best orange cat comics out there. And in this one, there's a florist and 2 women. It's a florist shop. It says flowers on the window. There's a bunch of plants out front, and there's a woman holding a thing of roses, and she's talking to the lady behind her. And she sees Heathcliff walking up to the florist shop wearing a full bee costume, right? And the woman...
Wait, hold on, Cornell. I'm so sorry. I have ADD, and I deeply apologize. But I was distracted by your crabs.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. You want me to start over?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Sorry.
So there's a florist shop, right? 2 women outside of the florist shop. One's holding roses, and she's talking to the other one as Heathcliff walks up wearing a full bee costume, head-to-toe bee costume. And the woman says to the other one, "He's back."
What's he going to do?
I don't know. That's why it's funny. He's back.
That's pretty funny. Can I see it? What are you up to, Heathcliff?
I don't know, but he dresses in a bee costume and wreaks havoc on this florist shop, I guess. Or is he going to pollinate the flowers? I don't know.
What's your vote? Heathcliff or Wizard of Id?
Well, if you did the one I liked, I would have voted for you. But since you didn't, I'm voting for me.
No!
What do you think? You think yours is better? We can bring it again.
Let me think. Nah, you win.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Even, but you voted for yourself, so you win. I can't really fully back mine.
That's fair. That's fair. All right. Well, great. We'll tune in next week. Heathcliff will continue his reign as a champion and go against whoever Logan brings in. Until then, keep listening.
Keep laughing.
And keep ripping.
Oh! Keep ripping those strips.
Yeah, baby.
See you later.